Brad, it's 3 points in the win today against St Austell, but for a majority of that game though, you look like you were heading towards a defeat.
Yeah, it took us a while to get going. I think we were a bit lethargic in how we started the game, and it's frustrating from our coaching sort of standpoint. Is in recent games, if you said to the girls need to start better, we've had a lapse in concentration in recent games. It's led to goals, and we've got to be better at dealing with that early doors. We've got to start as we mean to go on, and we were a bit lethargic and a lapse in concentration. We find ourselves 2 goals behind, so it needs to improve, but obviously we're pleased to end up getting the result, which is the main thing.
And do you think there's like an issue there with how you start games, because once again it's an early goal?
Yeah, we just need to look at it at coaching staff, see what we can do in our preparations in the warm-up to try and amend that tempo and make sure that players are concentrating and ready to go into the game, because every side's good at this level, and you have a lapse in concentration, you can get found out, and that was what happened today.
Of course, the positive there was the comeback, doing it once again. It all started with Shannon Sivright with the penalty, but that also came from Shannon Aubrey, who did find herself on the score sheet, but she seemed to sort of be trying to terrorise the defence a bit today.
Yeah, like we've got good threat going forwards, and I do think that, like I said, similar to the Billericay game, we felt even at half time being down that we could still come back and win the game. We have got good quality in our side, but it's the concentration that seems to be killing us. I think it's a lack of, we have a bit of our self-belief's been down in recent games. I don't know why, but we've got to try and pinpoint what we can do as coaching staff and players to rectify that, because as soon as we had the confidence and scored a few, then we go on to score 5, which is really important. But like I said, we've got to stop having these lapses in concentration in the early periods of games.
Of course, today we saw different goal scorers. We had 4 different goal scorers. As to say, Shannon Sivright, Shannon Aubrey, Sean Wiley grabbing 2, and then an absolute outrageous finish from the sub of Jazz there.
Yeah, it's a great finish from Jazz. When at top corner, you couldn't ask for it to any sweeter, really, especially coming on early doors, and she goes and scores that straight away. So again, massive for her confidence, but a big shout out to Sean, 50th appearance today, and to score a couple is the icing on the cake for her in terms of the appearance and the milestone. So huge for their confidence going into games coming up thick and fast, and really pleased for them all.
What was said at half time in order to get that performance? Because anyone watching here today would have seen that both halves were just polar opposites of each other.
Just self-belief. I don't know what it is. In recent games, we just seem to be lacking a bit of confidence, and I feel like at times on the ball, in possession, we were safe. We're safe with our passes, we're safe with our movements, and we didn't express ourselves. And we've got good quality. We just need players to start expressing themselves on the ball. And I think as soon as we got the equaliser, we were confident we could go on and win the game. But like I said, we just got to go into games confident and start backing ourselves. And I think obviously last week losing to Exeter might have hit us hard, but we can't afford to switch off and have that conclude our season. We've got games coming up thick and fast, and it's important that we pick ourselves up, we go again, and we continue to keep winning games of football.
Of course, as well, to the team today, there was a lot of changes. Are we expecting to see that sort of in the coming weeks, especially with like the semi-final coming up? Is it about looking at who wants that place?
Exactly that. I think it's important to give people opportunity. I think we have players that are sat on the bench that have come and got a few minutes here and there, that have had good attitudes and applied themselves well in training. They deserve the minutes. Results have been up and down, so it's a good opportunity for us to have fresh legs, fresh perspective on things, and players showcase what they're about in the weeks to come.
And what's the thoughts heading into Keynsham next week? Heading away, we haven't faced them this year, and they've kind of picked up some good results. They've had some bad results, and obviously as well recently they've re-signed Kerry Bartlett, who we all know is an absolute goal threat.
Yeah, they've got good players. I mean, every side across these leagues are. But the big thing is we focus on ourselves, and the main thing for us is that we need to start games better. I'm confident we can win games because we've got the quality to do so, but we can't afford to have these lapses in concentration in games. We've got to start strong, we've got to try and get an early lead, and then we've got to try and build on that.